Legs are burning. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker, checking in for a daily Move Swiftly thought, giving you a perspective on teamwork that you will not get anywhere else. Hey, it happens. You know, at the end of the day, the Miami Heat put one hell of an effort. I know we're talking about the NBA and there's no such things as moral victories and all that kind of stuff. I get all that. But at the end of the day, listen, the Miami Heat made a lot of great things happen this year. They made a lot of great things happen, but at the end of the day, the better team won. And on top of that, it's time for football season, folks. It is time for football season. It's officially here. It's officially here in my book. I always get that itch whenever the NBA Finals ends. And it's like, okay, football season is officially our focus now, what it's all about. And this year, it's going to be a different year because it's going to be a tough year. I ain't going to lie to you. It's going to be a tough year because I told you a couple of days ago, last week, we lost one of the alphas, man, one of the alpha dogs, one of the GOATs, man, Akeem Hebron, teammate of mine back when I played at Good Counsel, not a teammate, the teammate of mine. You know, I talk about him all the time in regards to competition and the way he changed the position for not only myself, but every single person that put on the Good Counsel Falcon jersey, played linebacker, and every player in the DC metropolitan Virginia area, the DMV, all right? All of us owe a debt to the sacrifice and to the kind of person, more so the kind of person that Akeem was. It got said on numerous occasions by countless people. It's going to continue to be said from now until forever. He was a much better person than he was a player. And he was a damn good player, but he was a much better person than he was a player, all right? And I remember just yesterday, actually, I was listening to Mr. Primetime, Coach Primetime. He was on Joe Klatt's show, and he's talking about the upcoming season. You know, they got TCU right off the bat. Right off the bat, they got TCU, last year's defending champs, and it's TCU right off the bat. You know, it's a big one. It's a big one, right? And by the way, I apologize for the lighting. I'm doing this run got up a little earlier today. I had a little bit of a insomnia, so just woke up and got to it. Luckily, I'm at a gym now where it's 24-hour fitness, so I can get in there, get everything done that I need to get done, you know, as early as I can get up, and we go after it, all right? So anyway, Primetime was talking about culture. He's talking about raising the stakes and everything that he was being criticized about all offseason in terms of getting rid of some guys and, you know, changing the type of players that he has and all that kind of stuff. And because, you know, the passing of Akeem has hit so close to home and it is, you know, so recent, it got me thinking about the way he used to do it. You know, he didn't do it by a lot of talking, right? He did it simply because he was Akeem Hebron. And I'll give you an example. So at Good Counsel High School, where we played, this was the name of the high school. There were two separate businesses, all right? There was the high school, Good Counsel High School. There was that business, and then there was Good Counsel Football. Two separate businesses. There were two separate businesses. And for me to explain the difference to you, it'll probably take me a couple hours, so I won't do that to you. It'll take me a couple days to really break down everything. But I want to give you, right now, I'm going to give you a sneak peek, a little sneak peek into what it was like in the Good Counsel football business, on the Good Counsel football side, all right? So there had a time, it was actually probably around May, around this time of year, where everyone's getting ready for their combines and their camps and recruiters and all that kind of stuff. And this was going into Akeem's senior year. So this was before he actually committed to Georgia. It was a couple of weeks before he committed to Georgia, but he was such a big time recruit that he could have went wherever he wanted. We had another player who had a lot of offers too. His name was Drew Glossner, right? So we're going through one of the workouts, and the coach organized the workout to be like a pro day style workout because he wanted to get us ready for the combine season and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of the things that we'll be doing at the combines and stuff like that, he set that up in the gymnasium. And one of the drills that we're always tested on is the shuttle, the 3-cone shuttle, where you take 3 cones, get one in the middle, about maybe 5 yards to the right of it, 5 yards to the left of it. You start in the middle, you go from right to left, back on to right. Whoever finishes first is the winner, all right? Real quick drill, happens in maybe a good time for that would maybe be 3 to 4 seconds, right? So he sets that drill up, and the first two to go is Akeem and Drew, right? Akeem and Drew. Now, keep in mind, this is just more so just getting our times right. We're kind of a lax atmosphere. We're happy because there's no conditioning. And I'm telling you, the first two that go, like I said, Keem and Drew, probably the fastest, probably the most competitive three-coach shuttle that I've ever seen. Most competitive three-coach shuttle that I ever seen. Drew ended up winning. I think they went like 3 times in a row, and Drew ended up winning all 3. And Drew celebrated almost like he won the damn Super Bowl. Like he's like, let's go, all of them, all 3 of them, right? And that's what I mean when I say, now this isn't game day. We're still in the off-season mode. We're still, we're not at that level yet. When you have great players like Akeem and Drew, when you have somebody like, especially an Akeem who doesn't go around kind of showing off how great he is. He didn't really like to talk about his offense and kind of stuff, but he showed what he could do on the field. He raised the level of competition simply because of who he was. All right, now, this is what I mean when I say it translates, what I always talk about when I talk about translating into your working world and your business world, and what Primetime is talking about when it comes to culture. Creating the culture, creating that competitive environment, creating that environment in which everyone is on point at any moment. It's going to be time to compete. It's going to be time to be great. It's going to be time to outwork somebody. That is the mentality. That's what carries me through these 12-mile runs. Especially since I heard of it, it's been like he's been with me throughout every step. Every time I feel like I'm going down or I can't go no more, again, I remember him. I remember moments like this, and these are the things that we have to consider. These are the things that we have to have in our mind and our heart as we go about our day-to-day work, all right? Again, I'll have more on this. Stay tuned. We're in a new season. You already know, I believe this is somewhere around a year straight of me doing these daily Move Swiftly thoughts, and they're going to be coming out more often. So, again, I don't plan on slowing down anytime soon, so you guys just stay tuned. Main website, makeyourmove.com. That's MakeYamove.com. One-stop shop for all your teamwork and your self-development needs. Aswand Cruickshank, your one and only Move Swiftly speaker. Check it out. You guys continue to move swiftly. We will talk more soon.